I'll start from citinewsroom.com. Of course, you'd expect that election and election-related matters will dominate the portal. And so, big one here, call your supporters to order. Right. Baumia tells Mahama. Bagbin congratulates President-elect Mahama. Mahama Akufo-Addo to commence transition process December 11.
That's a fast one.
Abu Jinapor retains Damongo seat. Will institute severe measures to reset Ghana. This is John Dramani Mahama speaking, delivering his victory speech. Okay, Mahama, I thank God for preparing a table in the presence of my enemies. Here. We can't afford to disappoint Ghanaians. Let's celebrate in modesty. Asiedu Nketia speaking. Akufo-Addo congratulates Mahama on 2024 election victory, pledges smooth transition.
Fantastic.
Patrick Boama to challenge Okaikwe Central results in court. Election 2024 was free, fair, and transparent. Jean Mensah speaking. And of course, the bigger one, Mahama wins election 2024 with over 6 million votes.
My goodness, we have the papers now, so
yes, sir.
You will do the papers. I take you online.
Yes, the Ghanaian Times is here. Mahama secures landslide victory. Baumia concedes defeat. EC to declare Mahama president-elect. I think this was...
Of course, the papers are late to the party.
So Ghanaian Times are late. I don't know why Ghanaian Times late. Anyway, let's move on. Chronicle is current.
Yes.
Chronicle is current.
Yes.
And it says 89 arrested over post-election violence.
89?
89.
Wow.
That's huge. Wow. Educhum retains seat and voter turnout 60.9% plus. Edel Metallum Resources okayed to mine in Amansie.
Okay. All right. Daily Graphic this morning says, our best days are ahead. Mahama inspires hope in victory speech. EC declares Mahama as president-elect. AU, ECOWAS, Commonwealth, Lord Ghanaians for peaceful elections. President Akufo-Addo congratulates president-elect Mahama. And when you jump to the back page, NDC urges supporters to celebrate with decorum. And the final one from the back page says, thugs on rampage across the country. That's it for the Daily Graphic this morning.
If you go to the Searchlight News, the Daily Searchlight newspaper, election 2024, this was from yesterday. It's quite interesting how some of them are now.
They are late to the party.
Daybreak, which is today's copy, it's JM wins with over 6 million votes. Damwa secures German South seat for MPP. Free for all looting at Tepa as police look on. And Musa Superior writes, Nanado must take full responsibility for our defeat.
Oh, wow.
That's a strong one.
I know. All right, I'll take you to the Anchor newspaper. Rampaging NDC youth attack and loot properties. 30 suspects arrested as party calls for calm.
Very unacceptable.
NPP will defend members against any attack. Youth organizer cautions. EC declares Mahama president-elect with over 6.3 million votes. AU Observer Mission applauds Baumia for conceding early. Commonwealth Group condemns acts of violence. That's it for the Anchor newspaper.
Right. Yeah, the business analyst is here, and it says Mahama is president-elect. Grabs 56.55% of votes. Okay. Baumia's concession eased tensions nationwide. Akufo-Addo congratulates Mahama. NDC condemns post-election vandalism, calls for calm among supporters, and I'll hold the door open. Vice President-elect assures.
Very well, very well. Daily Guide newspaper this morning says, police arrest 89 suspects. Mahama wins 2024 polls with 56.55% attributed to the EC. NPP condemns post-election violence and 2 dead at Akomadan over fertilizer looting.
Okay, I think we can go on.
That's all. Okay, let's go to citinewsroom.com now. Earlier we brought to you Channel 1 News. You did Citi Newsroom?
I did Citi Newsroom, yes.
Cool. So I was trying to get our other... Okay, so Channel 1
Channel 1
News. Great. So we start from channel1news.com, and heavy security presence at Tepa, Ahafo North, over vandalism by NDC supporters. Saw the videos, some of them wielding machetes and,
Quite
vandalizing.
disturbing, so
state
unwarranted.
installation. Very, very condemnable, guys. Do not do that. The police, we are encouraged to grab them. In fact, there is heavy security presence in Tepa, we understand. Now, Ebi Bright has been declared winner of Tema Central Parliamentary election. Ghanaians have little tolerance. Thank you for bad governance. This is Mahama. Akufo-Addo congratulates Mahama, invites him to Jubilee House. Don't vent your anger on state installations. Mahama to supporters. It's official. Mahama is president-elect. And Baba Sadiq's story is here as well. If you go to my joy online, Baumia urges Mahama to call NDC supporters to order amidst protest election, post-election tensions. Forgive me. Akufo-Addo's governance was darkest period in Ghana's history, President-elect Mahama says. And then the full text of his victory speech is here. Abu Jinapo declared winner of Damongo parliamentary poll. He didn't allow the Green Ghana project to enter Damongo.
Not at all.
So Bagman congratulates Mahama on decisive election victory. The great elephant has been slaughtered mercilessly. This is a Siedo in Ketia jabbing it in. If you go to All Africa this morning, Ghana's ruling party concedes defeat. Mahama returns as president. Why measles? A preventable disease making a comeback. That's an article here. Rwanda's Intori traditional dance and UNESCO heritage honor. And controversy as Namibia elects first. This is old. Dozens killed a new round of protests in Mozambique. Everywhere else, Donald Trump, Syria, and Ukraine, big on the international news. There is China here. MAGA movement turns on Ernst in push for Trump's tear it down cabinet. And then also a mass animal sacrifice festival is underway in Nepal. Activists say it needs to stop. If you go to BBC, shaken by Assad's sudden fall, Syria faces seismic turning point. And then Luigi Mangoini charged with murdering healthcare CEO in New York. Bosses in world's largest LGBT news site, Pink News, accused of sexual misconduct. And a lot more. If you go to Al Jazeera, Ukraine Zelensky praises Trump as leader feared by Putin. Gentlemen, we'll jump into the details here.
All right, I'll start with the Daily Graphic, which says our best days are ahead. Mahama inspires hope in victory speech. Story by Kester Abram Cranche. And it reads, in a triumphant address to the nation, President-elect John Dramani Mahama has emphasized his commitment to deliver good governance to the people of Ghana, promising to govern with humility and integrity. He emphasized that Ghanaians have zero tolerance for bad governance, citing his landslide victory as a testament to the people's desire for accountable leadership. Mr. Mahama's remarks came after the Electoral Commission officially declared him the winner of the 2024 presidential election with a decisive 56.55% of the votes. The president-elect arrived at his private office at Cantonment in Accra around 7:30 p.m. in the company of his wife, Lordina Mahama, and their children. Mr. Mahama was also in the company of the vice president-elect, Professor Nana Jane Opoku Ajiman. Also present at the ceremony were the national executives of the National Democratic Congress, former government appointees and members of the party, including the national chairman Johnson Asiedin Ketia, General Secretary Fifi Kwete, among others.
Staying with that, you had the vice president-elect, Professor Jenano Pokwajiman, speaking. She has reaffirmed her commitment to inclusivity and empowerment. This on page 3 of the Business Analyst. She was speaking after the party's presidential candidate John Mahama was declared winner in the just ended election. She vowed to pave the way for others to succeed in her groundbreaking role. And she says, quote, I know this is a big responsibility and I don't intend to travel the journey by myself. You are all part of it. The NDC is an inclusive party and we are demonstrating it in many ways. My job was to open the door and it does not end there. Actually, this is where the work begins. I'll hold the door open. The method of hope of opening the door, the method of holding the door open so others so others wish to travel that door is what I'm implying. It is
Right.
not a self-aggrandizing position. So
Nice one. Now,
those are
Akufo-Addo
some-
congratulates Mahama, invites him to Jubilee House, channel1news.com. President Akufo-Addo has extended his what's happening to me this
Caleb.
morning? His congratulations to President-elect John Dramani Mahama following his decisive victory in Ghana's 2024 presidential election. The gesture comes shortly after the official declaration of results by the Electoral Commission chairperson, Madame Jean Mensah, on Monday, December 9, 2024. During a phone call with the President-elect, President Akufo-Addo pledged his commitment to facilitating a smooth transfer of power. On January 7, 2024, he assured Mahama of his readiness to work collaboratively to ensure a successful transition. Now, the EC has been commending its work. What's its reflections on its performance this year? One of the papers captured that.
If you go to the Chronicle, for
Yeah.
example, they decided to look at some other things
Okay.
or items or headlines from the EC boss's speech yesterday. So,
Yeah.
for example, they said, or the paper is quoting Madame Jean Mensah, who said last Saturday's elections recorded a voter turnout of 60.9%, which marks a decline in civic participation compared to 68.6% turnout, which was recorded in the 2016 elections. And of course, the paper also goes on to mention certain key points, NDC coming back to power, and then they also focused a bit on the independent candidates.
The story you referred to actually is online on citinewsroom.com, which says election 2024 was free, fair, and transparent. Jean Mensah speaking.
Yeah.
Madam Jean Mensah, the chairperson of the Electoral Commission, has confirmed that the December 7, 2024 general elections were conducted in a manner that was free, fair, credible, and transparent. Her statement came during the official declaration of the presidential results at the National Collation Center here in Accra. As a commission, quote, "We have fulfilled our aspiration to ensure transparency, accountability, exclusiveness, and responsiveness at the heart of all our operations, and I can confidently say that, with the help of God, we have fulfilled the aspirations and the expectations of the citizenry. We have conducted the elections that are credible, free, fair, transparent, and peaceful. Elections that have ensured that the will of the people are expressed at the polls."
So let's,
end quote.
right. Let's quickly now bring you some updates in terms of some of the constituencies that had their results delay. Abu-Jinapo retains Damongo's seat. Stories on citinewsroom.com. Member of Parliament for Damongo, Samuel Abu-Jinapo, has successfully retained his parliamentary seat in the 2024 elections. New Patriotic Party candidate and Minister of Lands, Natural Resources, won a second term in office after a hard-fought contest. He secured 16,222 votes, defeating his main challenger, Adam Mutawakilu of the National Democratic Congress, NDC, who garnered 14,424 votes. A total of 30,713 valid votes were cast, with 356 rejected ballots. This morning, I've seen a letter signed by Adam Mutawakilu, who says that there was a letter signed that binds him, but he dissociates himself from it. I'm not sure, gentlemen, if you've seen that, but we'll bring you all that update in as the day unfolds. But there are other candidates who won. We are told Okankwe Central, Patrick Boama is going to challenge that.
Yep.
And then Ebi Bright has won Temas Central. Let's bring some of the parliamentary results in.
All right, give you that from Okaikwe Central, captured on page 26 of the Daily Graphic newspaper.
Yeah.
Baba Sadiq wins Okaikwe Central parliamentary seat. Story by Joshua Bediako Kumsen. The National Democratic Congress NDC parliamentary candidate for Okaikwe Central constituency, Baba Sadiq Abdullahi, has been declared the elected member of parliament MP for the area after securing 15,323 votes in last Saturday's poll. Mr. Sadiq Abdullahi defeated the incumbent Member of Parliament Patrick Boama of the New Patriotic Party NPP, who garnered 14,949 votes. The election saw a total of 30,332 valid votes cast, with 130 ballots rejected. However, the declaration of results was overshadowed by irregularities surrounding 31 polling stations out of the 144 polling stations in the constituency. We do also know that the Member of Parliament for the area, Patrick Yaubuama, has declared his intention to contest the results in court. If you go to citynewsroom.com, the story is on there, which says Patrick Buama to challenge Okaikwe Central results in court. Incumbent Member of Parliament for Okaikwe Central, Patrick Buama, has announced his intention to contest the outcome of the parliamentary election in court. This comes after the Electoral Commission EC declared Abdullahi Abubakar Sadiq of the National Democratic Congress NDC as the winner of the fiercely contested seat. The announcement was made on Monday, December 9, nearly 48 hours after the polls closed. Baba Sadiq secured 15,383 votes, narrowly defeating Patrick Buama, who garnered 14,949 votes. Now, addressing the media shortly after the EC's declaration, Buama expressed dissatisfaction with the results and confirmed his plans to seek legal redress.
Now, this morning, let me take you to some of the acts of vandalism. But first, NADMO Director General is not kidnapped. This is the police. The police says that it's categorically denied allegations that Nana Eric Ajiman, Prempeh, Director General of the National Disaster Management Organization, NADMO, has been kidnapped. Reports indicate that Mr. Prempeh, who is also the NPP's parliamentary candidate for Ahafuano North, was abducted following an incident where certain individuals reportedly stormed a local radio station owned by him and vandalized a warehouse. Additionally, one of the vehicles belonging to the NPP's parliamentary candidate for Ahafuano North was set ablaze. Now, in a statement, the police said that the police labeled these reports as false, affirming they have maintained communication with the NADMO director. So he's not been kidnapped. Claims that he's kidnapped are unfounded. However, what has happened is that the youth of Tepa have vandalized some property there, and I'm trying to retrieve that. Give me a minute. I'll just close that. Okay, so there is that point, but then the youth are also being told to channel their anger to building the country. Channel your anger into rebuilding our nation. This is Mahama to NDC members who are vandalizing property. And then, of course, we've seen that report where Dr. Baumia has called on him to rein in his supporters who have been on rampage. So these are some of the stories on the chaos and acts of hooliganism we've seen across the country. Nathan, what?
Well, just in line with that, the police is saying that they've arrested 89 persons in connection with post-election violence, including acts of vandalism, looting, and the destruction of property. This was disclosed by ACP Grace Akrofi, Director General of the Public Affairs Directorate of the Ghana Police, during a media briefing on post-election security measures yesterday.
And a number of headlines capturing that NDC hooligans in looting mood, vandalism across the country.
It's not proper.
Even the Daily Guide is reporting that 2 dead at Akumadan over fertilizer looting. I don't think this is right.
It's not proper at all. But if you look at the business side of things, graphic business is looking at post-election economy. Tough ride ahead. Economists are projecting now Ghana's President-elect John Dramani Mahama will inherit a struggling economy requiring urgent intervention when he returns to office. Some economists and market watchers have observed Mahama, who is making a comeback after previously leading the country from 2012 to 2017, faces immediate pressure to address soaring living cost and manage a critical 3 billion International Monetary Fund (IMF) program. The incoming administration is expected to navigate an economy burdened by inflation that, despite recent improvements, continues to strain household budgets across the country. So there is more work ahead. So, like Siedun Ketia said, they should cut short the celebration, make it quick, and then get to work, because the expectations are high and they know Ghanaian voters are very unforgiving. But that would be it for the newspaper review. Thank you, Nathan. Thank you, Nanatu for Boate.
Thank you, Caleb.
Come on.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation. The Citi Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.